Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival. The opening number was a film music medley performed by the all-women orchestra group Waso Joshi Gakudan Women Orchestra. Please once again send a big round of applause. My name is Miho Nakai. I have the honor of serving as MC of the Tokyo International Film Festival ceremony once again this year. The main visual that was projected on the screen during the orchestra performance, and which is also on the screen, was supervised by Junko Koshino, an internationally acclaimed fashion designer. Let me introduce her comment. I will quote, "The visual this time shows an impressive woman forging ahead, having overcome COVID pandemic, sweeping forward against the wind. I felt that such an image is, in a way, the vision for this year's Tokyo International Film Festival. In that respect, it is intuitive rather than cerebral. It is an image that comes across immediately when you see it, of a woman who is striding along against the wind." End of quote. It is a wonderful main visual that conveys the thoughts of Junko Koshino. A strong woman who is striding along against the wind is the image for this year's TIFF. I would like you all to join in the excitement of the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival that kicks off today and runs for 10 days until November 8th. Now, I would like to invite the 34th TIFF chairman, Mr. Hiroyasu Ando, to speak on behalf of the organizer. Chairman Ando, the floor is yours. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for the introduction. I am Ando, serving as the chair of this festival. We fretted last year and this year again because of COVID pandemic. We were very nervous if we are able to have this film festival at all. We fretted until the last minute. However, COVID pandemic subsided, and finally today we are able to welcome such a large audience and able to open the festival with you. I'm full of emotions. And this is all thanks to all of you who are here today and all others who provided strong support to the festival. Our film festival, for the past 17 years, was held in Roppongi. We wanted to cultivate a greater base of audience for the films, and we decided to come back to traditional cinema town of Hibiya, Yurakucho, and Ginza area. I was strolling around this area earlier, and there is a ticketing center, an information center near Yurakucho, and these places were buzzing with many people, and there were flags of this festival designed by Koshino-san fluttering in the wind. And I realized once again that we are in the new venue this year. Another thing about this year is that we have a new programming director for the first time in 17 years. Here again, and Mr. Shozo Ichiyama is the new programming director. He was deeply involved in reorganizing the sections of TIFF and in enhancing the quality of the films, pouring new wine in new wineskins, is a phrase in the New Testament. And I think as a new wineskin, we have this venue and this area. And as new wine, we have new films, great films that will be poured into the new wineskin. I hope that next 10 days will be a time for all film lovers to transcend national borders. And I hope this place will be a place of learning and empathy for all film lovers. I hereby declare the opening of the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival.
Ando Chairman からのご挨拶でございました。
Thank you, Chairman Ando. Now, on this occasion of the 34th TIFF, we have received a message of congratulations from Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. He will appear in a video. Hello, everyone. I'm Fumio Kishida, Prime Minister of Japan. I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations on the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival being held today. Amid the ongoing battle against the new coronavirus, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for your ingenuity and dedication in organizing this new type of film festival, a hybrid of the real and online. I still vividly remember the excitement of watching Lawrence of Arabia when I was in junior high school and Gone with the Wind when I was in university, immersing myself in the world of film. Content such as films are the fruit of human creativity and the source of Japan's soft power. I am convinced that it is this soft power that holds the key to Japan's economic growth. As the Secretary General of the Council for the Promotion of the Content Industry, I have been working on policies to protect Japan's film culture and promote the sound development of the film industry, such as the enactment of the Act on Promotion of Content Creation in 2004 and the Act on Prevention of Unauthorized Recording of Films in 2007. As Prime Minister of Japan, I would like to make active use of our country's proud culture and arts, including film, in our diplomacy. The Tokyo International Film Festival is a very important opportunity to let people all over the world know about the appeal of our culture and excellent content. I hope that through this film festival, the appeal of Japanese films and animation will reach as many people as possible. In closing, I would like to offer my best wishes for the success of the Tokyo International Film Festival and the further development of the Japanese film industry. Thank you.
That was a congratulatory remark from Prime Minister Kishida. Now let me introduce the face of the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival, the festival ambassador. This year's ambassador is Ms. Ai Hashimoto, the actress. Please welcome her in a big round of applause. If you could say a few words, please. I'll be serving as the ambassador this year. I am Ai Hashimoto. Pleased to be here. And let me ask you a couple of questions. You just walked on the red carpet, and the Tokyo International Film Festival has finally begun. How do you feel about that? Well, yes, before COVID, when we had a red carpet to walk on, there will be an audience around, and it was a rare opportunity and a fun opportunity where we will be able to meet with the spectators. But This year, it was not an atmosphere where we will feel the heat, so to speak, but the fact that the film festival was being held under such circumstances was a result of many people's support and effort. So that was what I felt walking on the red carpet. Well, actually, the theme of this festival is crossing borders. COVID has forced movie theaters to close down, but how do you think the relationship with films will change after COVID? Well, I don't know. As for myself, in terms of my personal impression, is that maybe not much will change. There are different types of borders with regards to gender, or there could be physical borders of countries, nations, and cultures. There are different types of borders. I think we need to accept one another and come closer to one another. I think we need to think sincerely how we can come closer to one another. That, I think, is quite essential when we think of person-to-person connections. That kind of mindset and also the spirit of people, I think, is nurtured through films. So I think that's a very important part of our lives. And I think through film festivals like this will help communicate that message to people in Japan as well as in other parts of the world, which I think is extremely important. Thank you for that. And this is going to be the last question. You have frequently gone to movie theaters, and I think you are attending the Tokyo International Film Festival every year. What is the charm of movie theaters in Japan that you would want to recommend to non-Japanese people? Well, I don't have much of an experience going to movie theaters in other countries, so I don't know what the difference is exactly. But should I say Meigaza or the movie theaters in Tokyo and some of the boutique type of theaters in Japan? I've gone to some of them. They have different colors and the atmosphere is completely different. And the texture of the seats are also quite different. And the selection of the movies that they screen are also different across the different movie theaters. You are able to experience and get steeped into that different atmosphere that the theaters have to offer. So anything that is quite unique to that particular movie theater is what I really love and what I'm fond of. Thank you very much. That was the festival ambassador for the 34th TIFF, Ms. Ai Hashimoto. Thank you very much for joining us today.
さて本年で第34回を迎える東京国際映画祭は長年にわたりましてアジアを代表する映画祭として優れた映画を発信してきました。そしてさらなる国際的飛躍に向けまして海外からの多数の映画人の方々をお招きしております。
Representing Asia, the Tokyo International Film Festival, now hosting its 34th edition, has presented excellent films into the world for a long time. And now, in the hope of growing further internationally, we hope to invite many people of the film community from overseas.
その手始めに今年は限定された人数ではありますが海外映画祭を代表する著名な映画人の方々をお招きしてパネルディスカッションの場ワールドシネマカンファレンスを明日2021年10月31日日曜日に開催いたします。
As a start, this year we have invited prominent figures from foreign film festivals to participate in a panel discussion entitled the World Cinema Conference, which will take place actually tomorrow on Sunday, October the 31st.
本日はカンファレンスにご登場いただくゲストの方々にお越しいただいています。
Today we have with us the guests who will participate in the conference.
トライベッカ映画祭アーティスティックディレクターのフレデリック・ボワイエさんです。
Mr. Frederick Boyer, Artistic Director of Tribeca Film Festival.
ベルリン映画祭アーティスティックディレクターのカルロ・シャトリアンさんです。
Mr. Carlo Chatrian, Artistic Director of Berlin International Film Festival.
カンヌ映画祭代表補佐映画部門ディレクターのクリスチャン・ジュンヌさんです。
Mr. Christian Jun, a Director of Film Department, Deputy General Delegate of Cannes International Film Festival.
国際映画祭の最前線で活躍する映画人同士のディスカッションを通じて映画界の課題や展望について考えるきっかけとなることを期待しております。
Through discussions with the front runners of the international film festival scene, we want to shed light on the issues and prospects surrounding the film industry.
明日の開催を楽しみにしております。フレデリック・ボワイエさん、カルロ・シャトリアンさん、そしてクリスチャン・ジュンヌさんでした。ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much, Mr. Boyer, Mr. Chatrian, and Mr. Jean. We will see you tomorrow at the conference. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。すごくお話ししたそうでしたよね。明日たっぷり聞いてください。
They seem to be eager to speak about this topic, so we should be looking forward to tomorrow. Let me briefly introduce the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival. The main event venue has been changed from Roppongi, where the festival had been held since 2004, to Hibiya, Yurakucho, and Ginza area, which has a history of being a movie theater district. Films will be screened across multiple cinemas: Kadokawa Cinema Yurakucho, Cinesoch, Ginza, Toho Cinema Shante, Human Trust Cinema Yurakucho, Yomiuri Hall, to name just a few. As a commitment to SDGs at TIFF, juries consist of half men and half women, and papers used for materials, posters, and flyers are of environment-friendly choices. The theme this year is crossing borders. There are various borders such as gender, race, language, and national borders, but with change in times, the film festival is more rich in diversity through the films, arts, and culture it showcases.
それでは今年の映画祭の各部門をご紹介
Let me introduce the sections of this year's film festival. Let me start with this competition section. The festival received 1,533 applications from 113 countries and regions, from which 15 films were carefully selected. On the last day of the event, awards, including the Grand Prix, will be announced. 10 of the 15 will be world premieres. Asian Future section. This year's Asian Future motto is "From Asia to the World, from Asia to the Future." Asian Future is a competitive section that features up-and-coming Asian directors who have directed no more than 3 feature-length films. The top film will be awarded the Asian Best Film Award. From East Asia to the Middle East, all 10 films competing in the section will be world premieres.
Gala selection section. From this year's influential films from around the world, 10 carefully selected works will be screened. Japanese audience will get an early screening of films that caused sensation in the film festivals in Cannes, Venice, and Toronto. The latest films by Asian master filmmakers and genre pictures by auteurs. Japanese animation section. This year's keyword for the Japanese animation section is Onko-chi, respect the past, create the new. The section, seeing 2021 through the main character, will present the anime of today. A retrospective presentation on Otsuka Yasuo will look back on the works of the late great animator. The Tokusatsu section will feature the Kamen Rider series, traversing the past and the future of Kamen Rider. Nippon Cinema Now section. Nippon Cinema Now will select from Japanese releases this past year films it deems imperative to introduce to international audiences. This year's Nippon Cinema Now will be showcasing the works of Keisuke Yoshida, a filmmaker who has churned out an array of notable works in recent years. Japanese Classics section. Restored Japanese classics will be screened. This year, the 4K restoration of the Family Game will be showcased to commemorate a decade after the passing of filmmaker Yoshimitsu Morita. Also to be showcased are 4K restorations of films by Kinyo Tanaka, who was a renowned actress and a pioneer female director in Japanese cinema. World Focus section. World Focus presents notable works from various international film festivals and the latest films that have yet to be released in Japan. The section also showcases Spanish and Latin American films in collaboration with the Latin Beat Film Festival, in addition to award-winning films from Cannes, Venice, and Locarno film festivals. Youth section. TIFF children will be screening silent classics with live performances. In TIFF Teens, the section will showcase 3 highly acclaimed international films that are sure to inspire the teen audience in particular. TIFF Series section. TIFF Series is a brand new section that brings to the screen among the best series produced for television broadcasting and streaming services. This year, a horror series from Singapore and a mini-series on a theme of LGBTQ from Taiwan will be screened. Amazon Prime Video Take One Award. With the support of Amazon Prime Video, a major digital streaming service that distributes worldwide a variety of excellent original content, this award was launched to discover new talent. One winner will be selected and will be awarded the prize money of 1 million yen from Amazon Prime Video, as well as an opportunity to explore the production of a feature-length film with Amazon Studio out of 223 applications. These are the main sections of TIFF, and what you're listening to right now is the theme song of this year's TIFF. This year's theme song is Bon Dance by Millennium Parade, a dynamic music group led by Tsuneta Daiki of King Nu, the top runner in the Japanese music scene. The group brings into its fold musicians, visual directors, and designers. The main theme for Bell, directed by Mamoru Hosoda, was also created by the same Millennium Parade and won accolades at Cannes and was on the Billboard charts and global charts. Bon Dance tells the story of a young people lost one summer night in a mysterious world where they encounter the pandemonium of Japanese monsters. The song's festive feeling resonates with the atmosphere of the film festival, triggering even greater excitement. Next, I would like to introduce Conversation series at Asia Lounge. It makes its second installment since 2020 and will be advised once again by the committee members led by filmmaker Hirokazu Koreeda. Preeminent directors and actors from various countries and regions, including Asia, will engage in discussions with their Japanese counterparts. This year's theme is Crossing Borders. Guests will share their thoughts about film and filmmaking, including about transcending not only national borders but various other borders. Due to COVID restrictions, entry into Japan is limited, but the festival has invited as many international guests as possible to Japan so that there will be actual conversation and interaction in face-to-face style. The guest speakers are Isabelle Huppert, actress, Chen Chen, actor, Camilla Andini, director, Bachman Gobadi, director, Brillante Mendoza, director and producer, Apchatpong Virasetako, director, and Bon Juno, director. From the festival venue in Tokyo Midtown Hibiya, from October 31st tomorrow to November 7, For 8 days, every day, Asia Lounge will be live streamed. Now let me introduce our guests today. Director in Focus of Nippon Cinema Now, Mr. Daisuke Yoshida. Mr. Yoshida, could you stand up where you are? He's in the center of the room. Mr. Daisuke Yoshida, director. He has produced one film after another that causes disturbing sense in the viewers' minds, and that was Mr. Keisuke Yoshida, director in Focus of Nippon Cinema Now. I would now like to introduce the members of the jury we have here today. Members of the Asian Future Jury, Professor Han Yani, Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, the University of Tokyo, Mr. Masato Hojo, Manager, Eurospace, and Mr. Yuya Ishii, Film Director. If you could please stand up where you are. All 10 films will be premiering for the first time in the world. Please focus on up-and-coming producers and directors from Asia. Members of the Asian Future Jury, Professor Han Yani, Mr. Masato Hojo, and Mr. Yuya Ishii, thank you very much. Next, jury members of Amazon Prime Take One Award, Ms. Makiko Watanabe, actress, Mr. Isao Yukisada, director, and Ambassador Adriana Tsvetakovic, director. Please stand where you are. This is a brand new award. We wonder who the winner will be. Members of the jury of Amazon Prime Take One Award, Ms. Makiko Watanabe, Mr. Isao Yukisada, Ambassador Adriana Tsvetakovic. Thank you very much. I will now introduce the members of the International Competition Jury. First, Mr. Shinji Aoyama, director and screenwriter. Mr. Chris Fujiwara, film critic and programmer. Ms. Hiroko Sebu, film score composer. Ms. Lorna T, producer and curator. And the president of jury for international competition for the 34th DIFF is a stage and film actress who has won numerous awards, Ms. Isabel Cooper. Please welcome her with a round of applause. I would now like to ask each jury member. First, Mr. Aoyama, if you could comment, please. Thank you. This is Aoyama. Tokyo International Film Festival, I believe, started in 1985 or 1984 when I entered college, when I became a university student, and I have been involved in the festival since its inception. And in a good sense, it hasn't changed in a good sense. Or, to put it differently, it underwent a tremendous change. At least the venue changed from Shibuya to Roppongi to finally Ginza. And I think that is a celebratory transition. And in many ways, I think I went through various transformation myself. And I'm sure films that I make are changing. And in that sense, films that are crossing borders are what I look forward to watching during this festival this year. Thank you, Mr. Aoyama.
Bien que le français n'est pas ma langue maternelle, en l'honneur de notre président, j'espère qu'il me sera permis d'essayer de m'exprimer un peu en français.
French is not my mother tongue, but I would like to show my respect to the president of the international competition jury and speak in French.
J'ai rien dit. Vive le cinéma!
大したこと言っておりませんけれども、映画万歳。
ありがとうございます。
すごい、はい、ありがとうございます。それでは続いてセブさんお願いいたします。
Over to you, Ms. Sebu. There's nothing more that I can add to that. But I'm so grateful that I'm able to be here and stand in front of you. Compared to other juries, my career is so lacking, and I had more concerns than excitement. But how I can access and approach the films, I am so excited. In thinking about that process, I am very much looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you for that.
ローナ T さんのご挨拶をお願いいたします。
Ms. Lorna T, please.
Kumbawa. My name is Lorna T. I'm really honored to be here today with a very distinguished jury, all the good people here. I'm really somebody who loves cinema so much and find that it's more and more important every day that cinema remains independent and cinema is given the freedom to tell the stories that need to be told. So, and to embrace voices from all the different parts of the world. Thank you very much.
私はローナ・ティと申します。本当にこの、審査員を受けたこと、この素晴らしい方々と一緒に審査ができるということは非常に光栄です。私はですね、映画が大好きです。そして、映画というものは、独立していなくてはいけない、そして自由がなくてはいけないと思うんですね。何でも言いたいことが言えるような、そういう自由というものが必要だと思います。世界でそういう映画がどんどん増えていくようなことを、私としては願っております。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
では最後に審査員
And
長
lastly,
のイザベル
President of the International Competition Jury, Ms. Hubert.
S'il vous plaît.
Konbanwa.
Good evening.
I'm so happy to be here. To create a great festival is always a challenge, but to make it happen in those particularly difficult times this year is really a victory. And so I'm so happy to be here and to be with you, thanks to the efforts of that new team, Mr. Ando and Mr. Ichiyama. And so we are all here together and able to watch movies together, and this is what we missed most. So I'm looking really forward to share this experience with my fellow members and to discover this selection, which looks like to be a great selection. And we need cinema, and cinema needs us. Thank you.
このようなコロナ禍においてですね、映画作りというのは非常に大きなチャレンジであります。そしてこのような形で、映画祭が開催されたというのは勝利だと思います。私はですね、ここに、私の他の、審査員と共に立っているということをとても光栄に思います。安藤チェアマン、そして市山さん、とても感謝しております。で、私たちは一緒に映画を見たい。で見るべきだというふうに思います。それが一番ですね、コロナ禍において私が、やりたかったことだと思います。で、今回ですね、セレクションを見ますと、コンペの作品というのは非常に素晴らしいセレクションだというふうに思います。私どもは映画が必要です。そして映画は私たちを必要としています。皆様ありがとうございます。
イザ ザベル・ユペルさんでした。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Ms. Hubert. That was the international competition jury members, Mr. Shinji Aoyama, Mr. Fujiwara Chris, Ms. Hiroko Sebu, and Ms. T. Rona, and Ms. Hubert. Thank you very much.
And Ms. Lonati, please step down from the stage. Thank you. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。そして青山さん、クリスさん、セブさんもお戻りいただきました。ありがとうございました。楽しみにしております。皆様の審査を。
We are all looking forward to your selections.
さあでは最後に第34回東京国際映画祭のオープニング作品をご紹介
Now
させていただき
over
ます。
to the opening film for this year. From 7 p.m. Japan time today, we will screen the opening film, which is this. Cry Macho, directed by Clint Eastwood. It is a film produced commemorating the 50th year of Clint Eastwood as director, in which he directed, starred, and produced. It's a culmination of his work as a filmmaker and ventures into a new territory. From a filmmaker who has portrayed a multitude of human stories about courage, hope, friendship, and love, comes yet another emotional drama that will change your mind on what true strength is about. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of Clint Eastwood as film director, we have a message video from a number of celebrities. Please take a look.
Clint Eastwood is the essence of the American hero, of all the things we think we all are, would like to be.
When you look at the pantheon of American filmmakers, Clint is right there. And we all recognize Clint as this national icon.
He manages to hit this kind of nerve that the country understands. He's sort of in touch with the heartland.
He's been doing it for so long that he's come to a place where he just trusts his instincts.
Get in the back.
We go in and tell you, okay?
Look, the only place you're gonna go is the hospital.
You get too angry. It's not good for you.
When we were looking for projects last year, Clint said, you know, there's a script, Cry Macho, that I already had. I want to take a look at it. Clint plays this rancher, a character that you know is kind of that old Eastwood type of thing, what a real cowboy is supposed to be like.
You used to be strong, macho.
I used to be a lot of things, but I'm not now.
The thing that everybody loves to see is Clint in a cowboy hat and on a horse. He hasn't been on a horse since Unforgiven.
Let's see if we're the right leg length.
The first day that we filmed the scene of him up on the horse, the crew, they were just like all so excited. It was a special moment. He's back in the saddle again. There's also sparks for a relationship with a woman in his life again.
I'm Mike.
Marta.
It's very touching, and it gives you all of those great iconic moments that you've seen in Eastwood films. You want him to go and ride his horse off into the sunset.
We all have to make choices in life, kid. You have to make yours.
A
special video commemorating the 50th anniversary of Clint Eastwood as director. We have a letter from director Clint Eastwood, who was not able to join us in person today. Let me read it out. Hello, Japan. I'm very honored to know that my latest film, Cry Macho, has been selected as the opening film for the 34th Tokyo International Film Festival. I wish I could have been there in person to attend the festival. Through this film, I would like to deliver my interpretation of true strength. Cry Macho was shot during the pandemic, and I hope it can be one of the films to bring courage and strength to the film industry. Please enjoy the film. Clint Eastwood. A letter from Clint Eastwood. Please enjoy the movie Cry Macho, screened at the opening movie right after this. And with this, we have come to the close of the opening ceremony of the 34th edition of Tokyo International Film Festival. We will take a short intermission, and from 7 p.m. Japan time, we will screen Cry Macho, the opening film. The film runs for 104 minutes. Tokyo International Film Festival will embrace the accelerated speed of the new era and head for a better future with you. I hope you will come to movie theaters and experience the journey of films. From today to the 8th of November, I hope there will be many happy encounters with new films. If that is made possible, we will be very happy and delighted. Please enjoy Tokyo International Film Festival. The moderator today was Miho Nakai. Thank you all very much for your support and cooperation. You are kindly reminded to return the translation device to our staff before you leave. Make sure not to leave anything behind.